It's a bad timing to be watching some freaking scary videos. It is dark as crap outside. It is exactly 9:52 at the moment, and it is dummy dark outside. But it don't matter because I have my lights on. I'm about to go check out 4 creepy true Area 51 horror stories by the homie Nightmare Files. And yes, your boy will be eating snacks because I'm a little hungry, all right? But anyway, I'm not going to talk a long time. I'm kind of liking the whole Area 51 phase. It's not like the whole raid because, look, I'm not for anybody like actually raiding it, waking up dead. I'm not for that. But the whole, like the memes, the scary stories, I'm kind of liking it. It's some funny material. Low-key, about like some good material almost. My bad. Talking on these freaking Cheetos. Anyway, about to check out 4 creepy true Area 51 horror stories by the homie Nightmare Files. Now, if you want to check out the original video, link in the description below. But let's go. I know my lips are chapped, boy. Nightmare Files. This actually might be the best time to watch these because it's dark. But be quiet. Shut up, real quick, dang. Can you stop smacking? Boy, man, let me wake up and see a dang old alien in my room. Oh, let me click like.
My name is Chris, and this story happened to me last year when I was traveling with my dad across the United States. We were traveling in our RV.
To Nevada.
We were visiting Nevada.
What I tell you?
And of course, we had to go and check out Area 51.
I mean, obvious Area 51.
By the time we got there, it was pretty late and quite dark out. So we thought we would just park the RV, sleep, and check it out in the morning. That night, I think around 1 a.m. my dad was asleep, and I was playing some games on my iPad when I heard some footsteps outside our RV. I took one of my earplugs out so I could listen better, and it sounded like someone was slowly pacing. I took a subtle peek through our blinds. It was pitch black, but you could kind of see something moving.
Man, I'd have started the RV up.
Dad, I'm telling him someone is out there. He took a look out the window.
If he go
and
out,
then told me to get a flashlight. I asked him, "You're not going out there, are you?" In a concerned voice, of course. But my dad said, "We have to see what it is."
No, you don't.
Honestly, we both went outside. We shined our light towards the figure. It looked to be a man with his back toward us.
Good, now we gone.
My dad spoke out. "Hello?" No answer, or even any movement. My dad spoke again. "Hello? Can you hear me?"
Bro, he can't.
As we slowly got closer, you could see the man was wearing some kind of gown, like a.
Look, I'm sorry to stop it already. Okay, look, I am sorry. If it is nighttime, pitch black, we're in an RV, meaning we're parked in the middle of nowhere. If it's any clown outside around the vehicle at night, obviously this person is crazy. It's obvious. You're inside the RV. Start it up. He can't knock it over. He can't break his RV. Trust me, my guy. It just go. Your dad's a clown.
You could see the man was wearing
straight
some
clown
kind of gown, like a hospital gown that patients wear. The man was still unresponsive. We got close enough to tap him on the shoulder.
Why?
And the man slowly turned around. He looked kind of pale as like a ghost. And his eyes were black, like they weren't even human. He stared right at us. And my dad stepped back in shock.
Oh, now you shocked.
Then we heard a noise. It was more footsteps. My dad shined his light in a direction, and what was right in front of us were more men. Men in patient gowns, black eyes, looking right at us. Me and my dad ran back into the RV.
Jumped in that RV.
And drove as fast as we could away from Area 51. We spent the rest of the night in the motel we found. We never went back to Area 51 after that.
I bet you didn't, clown. I remember last minute Nightmare Files. You're not getting me. I remember you got the jump scare sounds. Nope. And oh my God. I low-key wanted something to happen to his dad because he was stupid.
My name is Dave, and I'm 22 years old. But this story happened about 3 years ago. I live in Las Vegas, but I've never been to Area 51. I had a friend of mine who said he's been there a couple of times and even went past the perimeter. When I asked him what happens when you get past the line, he said some guards escort you away, basically.
Shoot you.
I'm not sure I even believed him or not. But he then asked me if I wanted to check it out with him.
No.
Like I said, I've never seen it, so I took him up on his offer. We drove out there late at night, and I think it was around 12:30 a.m. when we arrived. We got our flashlights out.
So you go to Area 51. You go. You wait until midnight to go though. We could have went at 4 p.m. where the sun is still up. You just gonna smack in my ear? While we watching the video, you just gonna smack in my ear?
I had a look around. As I thought, there wasn't much to see. A few signs and barriers saying do not cross. Photography is prohibited.
You can't even take
that
pictures.
kind of thing. Then my friend said, shall we see what happens when we go past the barrier?
Yeah, you go do it.
Stupidly, I said yes. So we crossed the barrier, and we stood there anxiously waiting for something to happen. But it didn't. I said to my friend, come on, let's head back. As soon as we turned around, there were two men shouting at us while pointing flashlights. At first, I didn't really hear what was being said.
I'm sorry.
It was all really happening so fast, honestly. But the two men weren't speaking English.
Oh, I'd been real scared.
They were speaking what I thought to be Russian.
Not Russian. I was gonna say,
in the flashlight.
that language is so
On
scary.
the ends of two assault rifles. As soon as we saw this, my friend and I got on our knees and put our hands in the air, confused and scared as we both looked at each other, both panicking inside. I looked up at their uniform, and they both had sewn on Soviet Union badges. They confirmed to me that they were Russian. After a few minutes of the two guards yelling at us, and us trying to explain that we weren't a threat, they spoke to each other.
Ooh.
Of course, not knowing what was said, they grabbed us both and pushed us, basically telling us to leave the area.
Thank you. You ain't gotta tell me twice. I'm gone.
My friend and I got in our car
You ain't gotta tell me.
and drove home as fast as we could. Both of us freaking out.
Somebody in the car.
We didn't understand what just happened. Later that night, once I got home,
Googled it.
I calmed down.
You translate it.
I started to think about what just happened.
Watch. I'm a genius.
I came up with a few unnerving thoughts.
You
Why
better
were
not go
two
back.
Soviet Union soldiers inside Area 51? And what if Russians are working on something against the US? And have the Russians always been working in Area 51? After that night, I grew more intrigued about that place.
You better not go back.
But I always told myself to never go back. to
Thank
it.
goodness. That one wasn't that bad. I want some real like scary, like we almost woke up dead, we couldn't escape type situation.
My name is Todd, and this story happened a long time ago.
What's a long time?
During the 1960s.
Oh boy, I wasn't even here yet.
Me and my best friend Felix lived in Nevada, Las Vegas to be exact. I was working as an engineer at the time, and Felix had a job working in Area 51.
How you get?
We would meet up
How you
regularly.
get that job?
And of course, I always asked him about what he did and what it was like in Area 51. I never got much out of him, and he always said it's classified or.
You know what's scary? Okay. I kid you not, no lie, 100% real here. All right, so my friend here in Michigan, I'm not gonna use no names. My friend, his cousin's dad, which would be my friend uncle, basically. He was telling me like, yeah, my uncle works for the government. He's security for Obama, and I'm like, oh, he probably lying, whatever. But one day we were all hanging out, whatever. And, he was like, this is my uncle work for Obama, not like in his face, like just telling me. And I was like, he was telling me, he's like, if you ask him anything about like politics, just about the president, what do you do, anything, he's like, he would not answer or say nothing. Like at least this dude was like, no, it's classified. I kid you not, it was the creepiest crap ever. So I was like, all right, we'll ask him something about Obama, whatever. And we just like I kid you not, he just was like talking blah blah blah, normal everybody. As soon as my friend asked him something, he went like completely blank like this, like as if he was just in the world of his freaking own. And if you go in their house, you'll see pictures of like their family, like take pictures of like the Obama family, whatever. And like even on his Facebook, like not his uncle, his cousin, because I'm cool with his cousin too, but my boy, I'm really closer to him, but it's his cousin, but of course mutual. So I know him here and there a little bit, whatever, because we all kind of grew up a little bit together. So even on his Facebook, you see randomly he'll post pictures like, yeah, we hung out with the Obamas and they ate dinner, blah, blah, blah. And it's legit, like it does not look like any Photoshop. It legit like a real picture. So I do believe the dude. And then it's like, And then also that situation with his uncle, I was like, dude, this is like beyond crazy. He just went like complete blank. Like he's I don't remember exactly what he asked him. What he asked him wasn't even like deep. He just asked him like a question. He was just like blank, like as if he was like in a world all his own. I kid you not, but let's get back to the video. That made me think of that when he talked about that. My bad. My bad.
However, there is this one time where he did want to tell me something.
No, you don't. He don't really work for them.
It was July 22nd, 1969, 2 days after the initial moon landing. I received a phone call from Felix asking me if I watched the moon landing the other day, and I told him, of course, who didn't. I'm not sure where he was calling from, but he said to me, it's fake. I asked him what's fake. He said, the moon landing is all a hoax. I saw it being filmed, he responded. What? Felix, I don't understand. What do you mean? He then said he can't talk, and he'll meet up with me.
Nah, I want you around me. They about to kill you now.
The phone went dead. I was confused at what he said, but I thought I would just wait for him to come by and he can explain. But he never came.
Because he woke up there.
The next day, I tried to call him at his apartment, but I couldn't get through. I decided to drive over there. I knocked on his door, and to my surprise, a man answered, but it wasn't Felix. He asked me, can I help you?
No, I'm never.
I asked him, where's Felix? He looked at me confused and told me there's no Felix.
No more.
And that he has lived there for over 10 years. And shut the door on me. I was so confused I was losing my mind. Was I? I couldn't have got the wrong apartment. I've been visiting Felix here for years. I went downstairs to the front desk and asked for Felix's information.
They erased that boy.
The woman looked at me like I was crazy and said, they've never had that person here.
They erased that boy.
And it's on none of their records. I never saw or heard from Felix ever again. It was like he just vanished and never existed. To this day, I believe whatever Phoenix was going to tell me about the moon landing being fake, it was true. And the government wanted to keep it a secret. I don't know what's going on at Area 51, but who knows? I know I would never mess with it. I would never go there. And I would never ask about it again.
That last story was actually pretty jump scare. I know. Wait. Oh, another story. Okay, wait a minute. But that's kind of. Wait a minute. Wait, I wasn't there.
As a kid, I used to live in Nevada near Area 51. Our parents were in the military, so we lived on Nellis Air Force Base. My friends and I would always do crazy stuff, but one night in the summer between our 10th and 11th grade years, we decided to go camping out in the desert. We set up camp. Then we got bored and decided to go near.
Oh my God! You camp in the woods, not in the desert.
We packed up our stuff and started moving. We set up camp again near the border and started sneaking around like ninjas, but giggling like little girls. We came up on a boulder and began to hide behind it. Then out of nowhere, we saw a truck coming down the road without his lights on. So we stayed behind the boulder. Then the truck turned on his lights, his bright lights, and began speeding toward us, so we picked up and booked it. We got to the border and the truck stopped. We thought it was funny, and we went into our tents and we went to sleep.
For what?
Then all of a sudden, I woke up from the sound of my cell phone ringing, but the weird thing is, I was in my room at home, and my friend called me asking what happened.
What the freak?
None of us have any memories.
Because they erased your memory.
To our tents. Honestly, no more Area 51 adventures for us. And I advise you not to go there.
I don't plan on it. Jump scare. Come on. I'm ready. Okay, no. What in the snot? Bro, you know how tripped I would be if, like, okay, we outside camping, boom, in a tent. My phone ring, I wake up and I'm in my room, like what the, who carried me to this day? How did I get in here? Even if they did something like, I don't know, erase the memory or something. How did they get to the bed? Unless they did something where it's like we erase what you remember, but also for the next 10 minutes, you don't remember nothing either. Because how else would you get? I know you're not gonna do like, oh, did your kids here? Put them in the bed. The first and the last one were the best though. The other two were kind of blah. Could have been like more scary stuff that happened, whatever. But then again, I guess you with these kind of stories, when it's only one person telling it, unless it's like someone telling the story with multiple people, it's chance of scary stuff happening. The reason why, because it's like, well, this person didn't make it, or this person got attacked, or this person is. Because obviously, if it's only one person in the story, the way I kind of know it's not gonna be like really like bad. Bad isn't like a good way. Like, oh, this is hella bad for you. If it's one person, so like one day I was blah blah blah, because obviously they still around to tell this story, so obviously my phone is going off. Obviously didn't nothing majorly bad happen. But if it's like a story where it's like it was me, my friend, blah blah blah, cousin, it's like, oh, this got potential to be good because somebody's gonna get stuck in something. Somebody's gonna get in the jam where it's like, if my friend this happened, this blah 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 blah. But anyway, 1 and 4 were hella freaking good. 4 kind of like creeped me out a little bit. My thing is, if you see a truck coming at you, if you're riding with his lights off, obviously it's dark as snot, like he can't freaking see you. And bam, there's his lights on coming at you. Why would you go back in your tent and go to sleep? Like, why? But yeah, anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share. You guys are amazing, you guys are awesome. But till next time, buddies, Charlie's out.